Hello again, it's Mr. Hughes. Welcome back. We're going to do a slightly shorter circle time this morning. We have a shorter week. We had Monday, May 25th off of school this week because of the Memorial Day holiday, a day that we take off to honor and remember those brave women and men who fought in the U.S. military so that we can all live the way we do and live in a land of freedom. Let's just take a quick moment of silence to remember those people that have fought for our freedoms. So, we are going to look at the calendar more extensively later in the week, and also we'll look at the weather forecast for the upcoming for the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. And we will also solve that mystery that we've been looking at the May calendar. We'll do all of that later in the week. Right now, I want to jump in and introduce you to my very good friend, Mr. R. And one very important R word that we should think about, especially with Memorial Day having just happened, is the word remember. If you think about the word memorial comes from the word memory. A memory is something that happened in the past, something that you still think about and that you remember. So a really good R word to think about right now is remember. Think about some of the things that you remember. Do you remember things that happened earlier in your life? Do you remember things that happened earlier today? Do you remember things that happened before in other circle times? So, while you think about that R word, remember, we will meet one of my good friends, Mr. R. And I always like remembering Mr. R. Hi, Mr. R.
You can tell I'm Mr. R by the rainbow ribbons that make me a star. My roses win rainbow ribbons, and rightfully so. I hang rainbow ribbons wherever I go. Let's play a game Mr. R taught me called Remembering Rainbows. I'm going to show you a few pictures. Here's a picture of a rainbow. I want you to look very carefully at the picture and try to remember everything you can about it. In a few seconds, I'm going to take the picture away and see what you can remember. Alright, now that the picture's gone, what do you remember about it? Were there people in the picture? How many people were in the picture? Do you remember? There was a person standing in the center of the picture directly under the rainbow. Do you remember the color of that person's shirt? What was the weather like on that day? Can you see the sun in the picture? Do you see clouds in the picture? Let's try something a little different now. Here's a picture of some cute baby animals. I want you to look at all these animals and see if you can remember them after I take the picture away. Okay, now that the picture is gone, can you remember one of the animals in the picture? Think about what animal you're remembering. Do you remember what color the animal is? Continue to think about the animal that you're remembering. Do you remember if your animal was on the top row or the bottom row? Here's another one. Look at these cute baby animals. In a few seconds, I'm going to take the picture away. Okay, think of an animal that you just saw in that picture. Which animal do you remember? Do you remember the animal's color? Do you remember if the animal was on the top row or the bottom row? It's always good to practice and exercise your memory. Now let's look at some of our R words this week. Look at each picture, and as you look at it, say the word out loud. 3 of these pictures show words that start with the letter R, or the sound. 3 of these pictures are words that start with R. 1 of these pictures is not. Can you figure this out? You can pause the video if you need more time. Well, if you guessed raccoon and rainbow, those are correct answers. However, bunny and fox don't start with R. That's confusing. Wait a minute, what if we didn't call that a bunny, but rather a rabbit? Then it is an R word. So our 3 R words are rabbit, raccoon, and rainbow. Fox is not an R word. However, this particular kind of fox is often called a red fox. And red fox is an R word. So if you call that a red fox, then all of these are R words today. Well done.
The raccoon remembers seeing a rainbow. But the raccoon does not remember where he saw it. The rabbit remembers seeing a rainbow. But the rabbit does not remember where she saw it. The red fox remembers seeing a rainbow. But the red fox does not remember where she saw it. Then it starts to rain. And a rainbow appears. The rabbit, raccoon, and red fox all see the rainbow. They will remember this remarkable rainbow. The end.
Well, that's it for today. I hope you all had fun. I really enjoyed remembering all those really cool R words. This is one of my favorite songs about an R word, one we were just talking about, rainbows. And instead of singing the goodbye song today, I thought I would sing you another song, a song about rainbows. This is my favorite song about rainbows, The Rainbow Connection. And it's a really nice song. It makes me feel really happy inside. It makes me remember my childhood. And it brings me a lot of hope when I think about this song. So I hope that you enjoy it as well, and maybe it makes you remember some things as well. Until next time, be safe, be healthy, and have fun. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, only illusion, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on chick. So have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that called the young sailor? The voice might be one and the same. All of us watching and wishing we'd find it. I've noticed you're watching too.